Hello and welcome to the end of turn 9, the German turn. Well, as you can see, they only need 1, 2, 3, 4 more points for victory. It says 34, but it should be 36 for this particular scenario. It's just handy to use this as a, to track the medals that they have. But it was originally intended for a different scenario. So only a couple more medals to go for the Germans, and how did they accomplish that? Here on their right hand side, they played a Recon 1 card. This unit attacked a Soviet elite unit and scored 1 hit. These 2 units moved backwards. This one is intending to move to the village hex and get a better defensible position there. And this unit, of course, is down to 1 figure, so it wants to make it a bit more difficult for the Soviets to actually obtain that medal. By conventional means, of course, they can always use an air power card or a barrage card, but for the units to actually get to it, it's not like 1 or 2 more Soviet medals will make a lot of difference per se, because the Germans are really far ahead. Again, signifying not so much that all of a sudden they would have won this battle, which was practically impossible. It just means that they, made the Russian progress a lot slower than it was historically, and certainly it has been slow so far. Maybe the scenario will need a little bit of tweaking. Maybe I'll have to rebalance a thing or two here and there. But for the time being, I really do think that the Germans have been very lucky with their early successful die roll for lifting the movement. Conditions that really hamper them. The Soviets haven't been playing very well by not utilizing the partisan units so far as they should have. They can place them in any vacant hex, not adjacent to an enemy unit. Vacant hex being, in this particular case, it does have to be either marsh, hill, or forest. But this would have been a fantastic location, because as long as there's no German unit there adjacent, obviously, because you will block the entry hex for the only possible entry hex for German reinforcements on that board. Also in the center, they could have put some units, on the hill hexes here at certain moments, which they didn't do, and which allowed the Germans to retreat units off the map. Anyway, back to the current turn. I'll do a more thorough and elaborate evaluation of the playtest and the possible changes I will make based on it before the next playtest. So that's what happened on this board. In the center, they played all on the left. They also got it on the move result. By the way, this was the result of the, I didn't put a star there to remind myself, but it was the result of a ground reinforcement roll, a supported armor unit. Here, well, as I said, all on the left flank. And this wasn't on the move. They moved off a full strength infantry unit. It doesn't necessarily have to be full strength though, but it was full strength. They moved it off the board, which gave the Germans another victory point. This artillery unit should be able to do the same thing on their next turn. These 2 units moved backwards as well. Of course, this unit will have to move a little bit further this way in order to be able to exit. What else do we have? Well, here they attacked. The tank destroyer unit rolled 2 grenades, so killed a supported artillery unit outright. The Tiger unit destroyed 2 tank figures, I believe, and this unit missed. It also attacked that one. On the left board for the Germans, they played 2 on the right and 2 on the move. This one moved because of an on the move result, also trying to make its way to the center so as to be able to move off the board. This unit freed the entry hex. By the way, here's another example of where a possible partisan reinforcement could be placed if there's no German unit there currently, or even here, you know. And this is a countermeasure the Germans can take then, leave a unit in that particular hex to guard it. But you know that there were times when it would have been possible for a Russian unit to actually get there, and of course later on it could even have moved onto the entry hex, which would make it completely impossible until removed for the Germans to receive reinforcements there. So definitely something more the Soviets could have and should have done there. What else did they do? This artillery unit moved backwards. This unit claimed Vitebsk again. It moved to hexes and, occupied the empty hex, thereby reclaiming a medal as well, and denying one to the Soviets. But again, it's not like the score is very close at the moment, so that is, of lesser importance, but the fact that they reclaimed the town hex does yield them another medal yet again. So that concludes turn 9. Let's see what turn 10 brings. Thank you for watching.